Greetings, welcome to the weekly recap. We have big news this week. Star Wars The Old Republic's Knights of the Eternal Throne has received its very first and very short teaser to an upcoming cinematic. We know, well, we kinda suspected because of so many hints given to us on social media and many other places, that Bioware is going to produce a new, or actually they're going to pay Blur to produce a new cinematic short movie or trailer for the upcoming expansion. It is a fact, and we are confirming it now because of this 8-second short teaser, 4 seconds of which is actually blank screen with logos and texts and such. So 4 seconds worth of a video material of a young monk kid sitting in the middle surrounded by figures in white clothing. I think 4 seconds is far too short to try and dive deep into this. What's interesting though is that this cinematic seems very, very different to all the videos and trailers we've seen from Blur related to Star Wars The Old Republic before. It feels different, it looks different, the music background is different, and the figures. Why? I can't make up a Star Wars theme with this. I don't know. This monk in the middle, kid or no kid, whatever it is, it seems weird. The guys surrounding him in the background, we see actually 4 or 5 figures sitting behind in a circle. They seem like guardians of some sort, or maybe followers more likely. Well, everything is supposed to be revealed on the 7th of October during the Comic-Con in New York, and Bioware is going to hopefully tell us a lot of good news about the upcoming expansion. Probably a release date, hopefully a release date, maybe a price plan. I don't expect anything would change because I don't see a point. 1 chapter per month worth of a monthly subscription is the only thing keeping the subscribers at the moment, I believe. Or, okay, if not the only thing, it's one of the very few things. Especially folks who don't raid or PvP, for example. Big news indeed. Big announcement for a big announcement for big news. That's Bioware's favorite, and I love that. The next is about PvP Season 7 rewards again in Star Wars The Old Republic. Bioware has finally revealed the details about the rewards for the end of the PvP 7th season, which I believe is the longest one so far. They've explained why it's long, and I completely agree with them. There was no point interrupting it because the time span is actually not enough to switch to fit in a whole another 8th season. So they decided to prolong this one until the end of the cycle of patch 4.7, 4.71, 4.72, and I believe 4.72 should probably be the last one, maybe 4.73, but I don't see anything major released with those additional patches, just fixes and quality of life changes. The rewards are kind of meh. Maybe the mount is cool. I definitely like the mount, but unfortunately I expect it to be mirrored, or maybe it already is mirrored in the KOTETT store. I know that we have it already available, but at least this one is with a very unique color scheme. And it looks more badass than the one I personally opened from Hypercrate a couple months ago. Bioware gave an answer to a very important question. Do you need to finish Star Wars The Old Republic Knights of the Fallen Empire story before patch 4.0 and the expansion coming with it, Knights of the Eternal Throne? Or do we need to finish KOTFE before KOTETT? The community manager Anik Musko shed some light onto the topic of connection story-wise between Knights of the Eternal Throne and Knights of the Fallen Empire. We don't need to finish it. There will most likely be another token to bring your new character straight to level 65 and allow you to jump right into the expansion. I believe, however, for currently existing characters, this is not confirmed, and from the text here that is quoted from the forums, I don't see any explanation, but I believe, just like before, with your currently existing character, you will not be allowed to jump right to the level 65 content, even if you level to 65 without doing the story. If Bioware does that, then they're completely scratching and removing, and I'm sorry for saying it, shitting on their own story from the first season, or I should start calling them first expansion. KOTFE had interesting story with very minimal real choices that actually do matter. Yes, I know they've been telling us how important choices are and how much later we see the consequences of our actions. We saw some of them and most of them are minor or not interesting. We're hoping all of this is going to change with the Eternal Thrawn expansion, and so far we have received a few hints that this may actually happen. I'm really hoping for it. The last piece of news I have for you is about the Star Wars The Old Republic soundtrack. Bioware has started the countdown 10 days before the 7th of October. They begin releasing one never previously published Star Wars The Old Republic soundtrack piece. And so far, at the time of recording this video, we have 3 available. The first one was A War of Heirs, the second one is Entering the Asylum, and the third one, released just yesterday because I'm recording the video on Saturday, Arkan the Inner Flame. All of them are relatively short, few minutes duration, but really interesting to listen to. I advise you to go and check them out. They're available on my website if it's easier for you to reach them, as well as on the official SWTOR YouTube channel. As far as blogs, my website had one blog post recently, and it's a beginning, hopefully, of a weekly blog post related to the overview of the latest weekly released Star Wars Rebels Season 3 episode. Tonight, at the time of recording the video, it is tonight, we expect the second episode to appear. The first one was really good and it was actually double-sized, 43 minutes long. I have a very long and detailed general overview of the first episode. This is what you could and should expect from the future episodes, as long as I'm interested in the show and as long as you show interest in these overview posts and videos. The Force Unleashed walkthrough is about to end. The 9th episode was released on Friday, and there is just one more 10th final episode, but it is combined with 2 more smaller standalone videos which show the 2 different endings of the game, the dark side and the light side. The last piece of video I would like to show you is my 9th day of Star Wars Star Wars The Old Republic Dark vs. Light event. Well, my Shadow Tongue had a lot of issues. I personally experienced an issue in the beginning of the live stream. Maybe that's why I've received more dislikes than usual in such a short span of time. But nonetheless, in this 1 hour of live show, I've enjoyed speaking to you guys. I've enjoyed just checking out my chat and hanging out with you. It wasn't so much about the gameplay and the leveling, even though I managed to steal 2 levels from the game. It was really fun. I haven't done a live stream in a long time. As I explained in the beginning of the video, you should check it out so I don't repeat everything. I was really busy for the past 2 or 3 weeks, and it's probably going to be like this for the next 1 or 2 weeks. I'm working on a huge project with a very short deadline, nothing related to Star Wars, YouTube or my website. It's real life work with my profession. That's it, wrapping up the video. I will see you with the same video next week, but before that, don't forget to check out daily my website and YouTube because a lot of news are appearing there. Thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the video. If so, click the like button and help me out. Also leave a comment and let me know what you think. Visit my website VULKK.com for daily videos and news, and stay in touch by following me on Facebook and Twitter. To help me improve and expand, consider becoming my patron with a small monthly pledge.